While the world was already off track from meeting the SDGs, even prior to 2020, the past few years have seen a series of cascading crises that have halted or even reversed progress across several sustainable development goals. Armed conflicts and the unfolding war in Ukraine, growing inequalities and climate change are compounding the socioeconomic impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, putting the SDGs at risk. Cascading crisis could push an additional 75 to 95 million people into extreme poverty in 2022. Despite hopes that the world would recover from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and food security would begin to improve, world hunger rose further in 2021. Up to 828 million people worldwide faced hunger in 2021. .3% of the world's food is lost after harvesting and before reaching the consumers. Direct economic losses due to disasters amounted to $15.4 billion in 2020, of which 44% were recorded in the agriculture sector. Small-scale food producers continue to be disadvantaged compared to larger farmers, both in terms of productivity and income. The proportion of countries afflicted by high food prices rose sharply from 16 to 47% in 2020. A whopping 72% of assessed local livestock breeds remain at risk of extinction. In most countries with available data, the share of women with ownership and/or secure tenure rights over agricultural land is significantly lower than men, even though women represent about half of the total agricultural labor force. Water stress continues to rise in already critically affected regions such as Northern Africa, Central Asia, and Southern Asia. The proportion of fish stocks within biologically sustainable levels has further declined to 64.6% in 2019. The world's forest area continues to decrease, with a decline of 100 million hectares over the past 2 decades. We need urgent actions to put the world back on track to reach the SDGs related to food and agriculture. More specifically, the international community is called to build more resilient agricultural systems, prevent the increase in world hunger, and support small-scale food producers, preserve the diversity of plant and animal genetic resources, realize women's land rights, save water and increase water use efficiency, reduce food losses, ensure the sustainable management of our oceans, forest, and terrestrial ecosystems. For this to happen, we need to scale up investments in data collection and the statistical capacity of countries to monitor the SDGs. These are crucial to trigger earlier responses to crises, anticipate future needs, and implement the urgent actions needed to realize the 2030 Agenda.